All right, welcome back. We're going to be checking out this Will Smith freestyle on Lyrical Lemonade. Now, there's been a lot of people posting about this. You know, Will has been making his rounds because of his new album and popping up all different places. You know, some people surprised the dude raps because most people, especially younger people, know him from his acting career. Um, so people been talking about this. Some saying it's fire. Some saying, let it go. I saw one dude say, instead of Will on the mic, we need more of Will in the executive suite in hip hop music because we've lost control of things. He should give up rapping. But if you're an MC, you're an MC. I don't think there's an age limit on it. And who says he can't do both? You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get into this. Will Smith lunch break freestyle, Lyrical Lemonade. Let's go.
Yo, what's that word? It's Lotto, and we live with another episode of Lunch Break Freestyle. We got the legend Will Smith at the table today. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Lyrical.
You know what? I was gonna say that looks like a CGI background, like a green screen background. But then when it turned to the side, it didn't. But for some reason, it looks like one. The way it's all set up, like the stuff in front of him, the food, it looks like it's all fake. I'm assuming it's real, but there's just something about the lighting here that makes it look very, very fake.
Lyrical Lemonade. Okay, I like this. Yeah, y'all got me a little nervous.
Okay, shake it off, Will.
I know that I be on some other shit. I know that I'm different. I be on some y'all don't understand it. I don't mention it. Made it to the top of Hollywood without a membership. Killed them in July, then I switched to my December shit. I be overcoming shit that y'all be having trouble with. Let them run their mouths.
Now, the first thing before we even get into, listening more of the lyrics, like it's so evident, like the recent Will has been a little bit like, a little bit freer with some of his words because, he's always in his career has always been that MC that didn't curse in his lyrics. Right off the bat right here, he's dropping, he's dropping four-letter words left and right. So there's definitely a little bit of a different Will Smith coming here.
Shit. I be overcoming shit that y'all be having trouble with. Let them run their mouths. Really, that's what come with this. They built a wall, but I'm jumping it and loving it. They want me to be done with it, but I'm still having fun with it. Writing songs, writing checks, writing history, righting wrongs, but I'm still right mentally. I go to sleep and my ancestors visit me. They surrounded me, gave me the vision vividly, gave me a lion to protect me in this industry. Now I just walk and he chewed through my enemies. Feel like I'm just getting started. They tried to finish me. I'm like the universe, infinite. There's no end in me. This is the bounce back. Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back. Here come the bounce back.
Like, I'm feeling what he's doing. We just never really hear him this style, at least for the bulk of his career. So some of it sounds a little bit off. Like, hearing Will Smith go, sound a little bit harder than normal. Like, I know he's from Philly, but his image has always been different than that. He's always repped Philly, but he's always been a little bit different. Like, he's the parents just don't understand. He's the getting jiggy with it. He's the summertime. Like, he's talking a little bit of that stuff right here. Like, letting his stuff hang a little bit. And it sounds, I'm not saying disingenuous. It takes some getting used to because it's not what we normally hear from Will.
Y'all, this is the bounce back. Here come the bounce back. Keep your eyes on him. This is the bounce back. With these mics, I feel like I'm Customato. 100 rounds of life, but still boxing my shadow. Yeah, I took a knee, never threw in the towel though. Hip hop's Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo. Goal scored on these boys. I don't want.
So he's basically saying that he's been the star in hip hop. Now you know what's crazy about that is there could potentially be some truth to some degrees. Not let's put it this way, like his accomplishments are usually not really stated as much as others, right? The first Grammy win, he was outselling a lot of artists for a lot of the career, even though it was going under the radar, right? It wasn't like flashy like that. He wasn't really in the media talking about, yeah, I'm doing these numbers like other people were doing, even though he was doing those numbers. Because he was doing numbers overseas as well, where a lot of artists are doing states numbers. You know, Jay-Z, for example, is got, in hip hop, you would think he was one of the best, he was the best selling artist, right? But really, numbers wise, he was doing very well, but overseas, not as well as some others. Plus, he never had a number one hit until Empire State of Mind with, what was it? The recent one, Empire State of Mind with Alicia Keys, right? I mean, that means like Hard Not Life stuff. That means the one with the Annie sample, like all of those joints that if you're in hip hop and you're like, these are bangers, weren't doing number one numbers. Will had a lot of number ones, even though he wasn't getting that recognition for being that guy with the number ones. So it's it's a little bit of a flex right there.
On damn near every single award on these boys. Sold out movie theaters and even tours on these boys. Feeling like a mop wiped the floor with these boys.
Okay.
People ask me how I do it. I just bite off more than I can chew. Then I chew it. Yeah, y'all jokers thought I blew it. I pulled the pin out the grenade on purpose when I threw it. And even though I'm an action star, sometimes I'ma act bizarre. Cause I'm an artist at heart. I'm not just an actor, y'all. This is the bounce back. Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back.
See, it's funny. Like even in the flex though, the way he the inflection in his voice right there, when he's like, "Watch Will, y'all." Like that's still some of the old Will, the Fresh Prince, with a little bit of that humor into it, a little bit of that lightheartedness into it. Because in the middle of that, like that is a little, it's a little different from what that sound is. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's still some of that in there, some of that showmanship of the Fresh Prince type of guy.
Here come the bounce back. Keep your eyes on them. This is the bounce back. Yeah. Let's eat.
Word up. Word up. All right. All right. Oh, what is this? I'm going to let it go here. It's funny, just as an aside, it's funny to look at all of these credits and think like basically they just put a camera pointed at him. Like, do they need all those people on set? But I get, to make it look good, everyone serves a purpose. Oh, he got him. And he could not execute. Yeah, this was interesting. It was definitely, I don't think Will did this type of promo before when he was releasing songs. And maybe it's because in that time, this wasn't the style, right? And you know what? That's not even true, though. That's not even true, though, because a lot of artists, when they release things, they would go to the radio station. They didn't have, like, maybe YouTube back in the day, but they go to the radio station and do their freestyles, and show up, in different events and things like that. Will never really seemed to do that, and he still did the numbers. So this is interesting that he's doing this route because he's popping up everywhere. He's popping up everywhere now. From Hot Ones to, Lyrical Lemonade here. He's dropping, he's heavy on social media, and he's been doing that for several years now. Maybe that's the influence, right? Because he got into social media and started really flexing some creativity and putting out a variety of different projects and content and stuff. So, but he's hitting the rounds now, and he never really did that. And I'm wondering if part of that is trying to ingratiate himself to the public again after the Oscar or the Oscars situation, because in some ways he's trying to reclaim that that good favor with the public. So, and he mentioned it in another interview before that. I think it was on Drink Champs, because even on Drink Champs, you would have never thought Will Smith would have gone on Drink Champs. You know what I mean? Like, you'd think Jay-Z would go on it before Will Smith, and Jay hasn't even gone on there. There's certain artists that are at certain points where just like they don't do these types of things. You know what I mean? But on Drink Champs, he was talking about after the Oscars slap, and he was trying to get this album together. And he's reaching out to people that he wants to work with on the album, and he's being turned down. And he said he had to eat a little bit of humble pie there, because that never happened to him before. And this was a new reality for him, because he's always, he get a call from Will Smith. It's like, yeah, we taking that. You know what I mean? Like, he's a massive Hollywood star. He's, he's bankable. He's, big in music. It's always been open for him. And so in this case, he's trying to he's realizing that can be a little bit fragile. And so maybe part of this popping out on all of these different platforms and doing this promo tour is partly due to trying to get in the good graces of people in the way that he was before. And I'm sure he's just having fun with it. You know what I mean? Like flexing it, having fun with it, showing that, hey, listen, I got bars. I do my thing, And I'll end with the last thing, because it's when I remember when Jaden put out a song that what was the song? The Icons, and he wanted to get on a remix, and like Jaden was like, kind of like or something like to that effect, and he's like, wait a minute, first of all, you shooting this in my house, and you gonna act like I'm the second best rapper in my own house, like. He's, so he's still got the competitive nature. He's still that MC, that dude that wants to get out there and do it. So, yeah, I'm all for it. I think it's good. Let me know what y'all thought. What did you think about this freestyle here? And have you heard the album? I haven't heard anything off the album yet, so I'm going to have to check that out. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, all right? Peace.